Andre Iguodala retiring after 19 NBA seasons. Outstanding at times. He's an impactful player. He grew into a locker room source of wisdom for not just his teammates, but other NBA players. He gave everyone really good career advice. Andre Iguodala was a Svengali for an awful lot of up-and-coming NBA players. Go talk to Uncle Andre. He's been through everything. He's seen it all. He knows the ups and downs of this league, every contract negotiation, every team's locker room. There's nothing that's happened in this league that guy hasn't been through, and that is invaluable. Obviously, it's invaluable. In my eyes, he is not a Hall of Fame player, but he'll get in. Again, and I won't be mad when it happens. League-wide respect and a few titles will get you consideration. As Tim Kawakami wrote, Iguodala is a litmus test for what you believe constitutes a good basketball player. I don't think anyone could watch Andre Iguodala and say that that's not a good basketball player. To me, the real litmus test is what are your standards for the Hall of Fame? That is the litmus test that Andre Iguodala really represents. Andre Iguodala falls short of the very first question I always ask myself when talking about anybody for anyone's Hall of Fame. The very first box you got to check for admission into the Hall of Fame, in my mind, is simply, did you dominate your era when you were in your prime? For Iguodala, it's not even close. Iguodala never dominated his era when he was in his prime. He's a one-time NBA All-Star who never averaged 20 points in a season. Never. He got close, 19.9 once, but never had a single season scoring average that started with a 2. Not once. Not once. If Andre Iguodala was the leading scorer on your team, you had a team that wasn't going anywhere fast at all times. He is a complementary player more than he is a follow me, I know the way level of player. His career numbers, 11 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. Those are not Hall of Fame numbers. If you say, well, consider what he did defensively. What he did defensively over 19 years is unimpressive. 2 NBA all-defensive teams. That's all he ever made. So it's not like he was a premier lead dog defender that the league feared. He was good. Fast hands. His hands are fast as hell, man. But again, the 4 titles, he had his hands all over that first title. We know that. But I do think that the MVP should have gone to Curry. The middle 2 titles, part-time starter, part-time role player, nuanced winning performances for sure. The last championship against the Boston Celtics, he could have done it without him. It was like he wasn't even there. Didn't need him for that at all. So he absolutely just was around to collect a ring that time. His single game career high in scoring. What do you think it is? What do you think it is? Again, before Andre Iguodala morphed into an undersized small forward, he was a shooting guard. So what do you think in his prime, greatest night he ever had in scoring was? 34 points. It's his career high, 34 points. I'll never get 34 in an NBA game, but I wasn't the 9th overall pick in a draft either. I think Andre Iguodala is a jack of all trades. He's a master of none. His respected OG basketball lifer credentials are bona fide, and those will get him into the Hall of Fame more than his actual reputation as a player. This is why you got to be careful with the respect that you get and give, because you only get one reputation, and Andre Iguodala's reputation is probably big enough and grandiose enough that he gets into the Hall of Fame one day. The Warriors, again, statue, yes. Retire his number, yes. eats for free in San Francisco for the rest of his life? Yes, absolutely. He should get all of those things. On his own Hall of Fame player, again, you got to either over-exaggerate who he was or lower your standards for the Hall of Fame to really include him. You know, he does have 4 rings. Had Andre Iguodala been Ike Diagu, Ike Diagu would have had those 4 rings too. Like that first one, he certainly has his fingerprints all over. The other 3, come on. And again, I like Andre Iguodala. I like Andre Iguodala. Good player. Good guy. Deserves his overwhelming respect. Absolutely. Hall of Famer? Not really.